Hello, everyone. Welcome to the INXO online talk series, Arts Beyond Distance. We are in our season 2. If you are with us last month, we run 5 nights, Arts Beyond Distance, as an online chatting platform to bring distance closer. So every single evening, we feature one Malaysian artist and we talk to them about their motivation, their challenges, and the process of their artistic life. So we are very happy today.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the INXO online talk series, Art. Yeah, right. So today we would like to welcome Raziman Sarbini with us. Hello, Raziman.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Hi. So would you like to start with introducing yourself a little bit on who you are and what you do?
Sure. Hi, my name is Raziman Sarbini. I come from Limbang, Sarawak. So I'm a dancer choreographer. So I started dancing when I was 19, which is in 2010. So I studied in Aswara. I graduated in Aswara. I did my diploma in degree over there. And then after graduation, I worked with a Kedayan company with Joseph Gonzalez. Yeah. And then after that, I continue my master in New York University, and I got a full scholarship from Yayasan Tunku Abdul Rahman from Yayasan Sarawak, and I graduated my master degree last year in May from NYU Tisch, and then after that, right after graduate, I auditioned and I worked with Dragon Spring Phoenix Rise, which is, that was production that produced by The Shed. The Shed is a new performing arts center. And the choreographer on that time was Akram Khan. So I was so privileged to get work with him. And also after that, in December, I worked with him. I was in Akram Khan's second company. And yeah, and now I'm here. It was
an amazing journey.
Yeah, it was an amazing journey that I didn't even thought that I can go that far. So in 10 years, this year is 10 years that I become a dancer. So in 10 years, I already get my goal. So in 2015, my goal wanted to study in New York University and work with amazing choreographer or amazing company in the world, which is I already hit it. So I already study over there. I worked so hard, and yeah, a lot of people behind me that helped me throughout this amazing journey. It's not an easy journey. It's very difficult. But again, if you talented and if you work hard and if you know what you do and if you are with a right person, with the right people, they help you that know where you can go. There is no impossible of that. Like you can achieve your goal.
Yeah.
When you work so hard.
Yeah. So for those of you who are with us earlier, in the very, very beginning, we actually show some photos of amazing photos of Raziman. We will post that again on the Facebook page of INXO Arts and Culture Foundation. So if you stay tuned to this page, you will get more information, some of the video clips and photos of works of Raziman. So maybe a little bit going backwards on time, when and how did you actually decided to become a dancer? Because this is a little rare. It's not the most common thing. Like people wake up and say they want to be a dancer, and how did it all?
Yeah, that is very interesting. Yeah. Can you imagine? I'm from Limbang, so like most of Malaysians don't even know where is Limbang. So we are in the middle of Brunei. So that is our land. Limbang, it's in the middle of Brunei. Like 95 or 99% people from Limbangan, they have to have a passport to in and out from Limbang.
Right.
Anyway, I started dancing when I watched So You Think You Can Dance. Yeah, So You Think You Can Dance in 2019. In 2009. Yeah, and then my background. I'm a sport person. I'm very bad in education. My academic was so bad. Yeah, so I'm not good. And then I don't even after Form 5, after graduate in high school, I don't even know what I want to do. And then I decided to enter Form 6 on that time. But again, like I really don't like that kind of study before. Like it's it's really not me. I couldn't find that myself. I couldn't find that is me. I mean, go to class and do like for five
Yeah.
6 hours work study and lecture and that kind of stuff. So that is the thing that is not me actually. So I found out that after I watch, because I'm a very athlete background, so I like something that very athletic
Moving,
and also
physical.
technical.
Yeah.
Yeah, physical, very physical.
Mm.
So after I watched the thing, and I'm like, wow, so you think that's America? And I was
Mm.
like, whoa, this is amazing. This, because I don't even know what is contemporary dance on that time. The dance they only know is like traditional dance, like very
Yeah.
inang and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And when I watch it, I'm like, wow, how they can move like that. It's very athletic, leg up like here, and they can do all the stunt, and that kind of stuff. Like, wow, I'm so impressed that I think this is something that I want to do.
Mhm.
I was, I was naive on that time. I was like crazy because I don't even know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do with my future, and I
Mhm.
don't want to be and I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like just stay in Limbang and work in the office like 5 to 9, or work in the maybe in a grocery store maybe.
Yeah.
That is like possibly that I will work when I was there.
Mhm. So
So
knowing what you want and how to achieve that, it's like two different
yeah,
things. How did
it's
that started? Yeah.
it's really crazy because I'm the person that if I want to do that, I will do no matter what. I will make it happen. So on that time, I just like audition in Aswara. I mean, in Kuching. Like my parents, like they was like, why you wanna be a dancer? Why? That's like, yeah. Even my brother, because one of my brother working in an offshore, so he said, I want you to study like offshore for oil and gas, and then
Mhm.
maybe you can work there, make a lot of money. But again, that's something that I don't want on that time. Maybe if he introduced me that earlier, maybe I interested. But on that I was like, no, 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 I don't want to
You
do that.
already feel that calling of being a dancer.
Exactly. After sitting can dance, and after the audition in from Aswa, I already feel like, okay, this is something that I want to. I already feel it. I feel it in my heart. I think this is the place that suit me. But again, I don't know how I'm gonna be when I'm entering in dance world,
Yeah.
in performing art world, because I don't have a background of that. So I don't know if I'm survive or not. If I'm survive, I'm good. And if I'm not survive, I'm doomed on that time. Like really, that was I'm thinking like I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
hey, here am I. I managed to work on it, and
Yeah.
like when I think back about my background before and what I achieved right now is something that I don't know, it's kind of a miracle.
Mhm.
It's amazing. Like a lot of people wanted to have the experience that I have,
Yeah.
but it shows like if you want it and if you work hard and if you
Yeah.
put effort, work through it, you will get it no matter what. People will see you.
So during your days in Aswara, this dance training, is it largely based in traditional, or were you also working in the contemporary dance or yeah?
Yeah. So in Aswara, it's mixed. So
Mhm.
we learn traditional, classical, contemporary, ballet, choreography, composition, improvisation, a lot. Like any aspect of dance we have over there, and also we learn theory like
Mhm.
dance history,
Yeah.
methodology, that Laban notation, that kind of stuff. So yeah, everything like actually Aswara really shaped me where am I right now.
Mhm.
So that's why I can survive out there, even though I don't really survive actually because a lot of people it's a big competition out there.
Yeah.
But with the jobs that I have before that I worked through based on project, it's
Mhm.
amazing because it's only in that project like a lot of people really want to be in it,
Yeah.
because the people that I work over there with was amazing. Like it's not a normal dancer actually. Peju is a principal of Martha Graham dancer
Yeah.
in America. America, which is Martha Graham is the oldest contemporary dance company in the world, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you and then you went to New York. So how did that happen? And what did you do in New York?
So I went to New York. So what's happened over there is I do my master and then I majoring in dancing technology. So when I was there, there's four major, like performance and then dancing, choreography and performance, pedagogy, dancing technology. So I choose dancing technology because there is something that I never learned before. And when I was there, I really wanted to learn something new, but at the same time, I wanted to auditions for the companies, like big companies, like major companies, basically. So I did that and I graduated in dancing technology, which is interesting. What the good thing about New York University is they have a lot of facilities that you're able to do whatever you want, and they're very free on that too, because they just like give you, okay, if you want to do this, yeah, we will support you in any way, which is for me is very interesting, and it's good for me as an artist, like right now that I know what I want to do. And yeah, mostly when I was there, I choreograph a lot. So that is the time for me to choreograph, which is interesting. New York University, we have Tisch School of the Art, we have different department. So we have design department, theater, and film, video, and that kind of stuff. It's like New York, it's like Aswara, but a bigger version. Yeah, it's a bigger version. So in over there, so every time you want to do something, every time you want to produce your own work, you can call these people. So you can call these people because they're willing to work with you. They're willing to work with you free. So every time I produce my own work over there. So before I explain that, in NYU, they give so much shows for students. For example, Tisch dance work. Tisch dance work is mainly for choreograph for students. So they have 5 for that every year. And also they have CCND. CCND is choreographer, composer, and designer. So they have that program as well, and it's only for the students. So in this, so when I know this is happening, so I already think, okay, this is the place that I want to create my work, and I have to archive my own work and free. You cannot pay anything. For example, you cannot pay for the space, you cannot pay for the lighting designer, you cannot pay for the you don't need to pay for the costume designer. So when you go outside in the real world, you have to pay everything. So I was so lucky. Yeah, I was so lucky that I grabbed that opportunity like 100%. So I make work. I have 12 works that I have. That's my own choreography, and also collaborate.
12 work in 2 years. How long you did that?
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it was not. It's not easy, but it's fun. Like how you want to mix up your timing, how you want to schedule your timing with them. So that is something that you need to think about. But when I was there, I was so workaholic about, okay, I want to do my work. I want to be creative. I want to archive my own thing, because that is the place you want to do that. And people are really willing to work with you.
So that's how you build up a profile, and then you have that references.
That's
so
why
how between being a dancer and a choreographer, which one you enjoy more, and what's the challenges of being both?
Before this, I was more into dancer. I never only choreographed once when I was here in Malaysia. So when I was there, like I really wanted to choreograph. So I, switched my mind to be a choreographer thinker, because I think that is the thing that I need to nurture in myself. I think that I need to work on. So right now I enjoy both. I enjoy both dancing and choreographing. Yeah.
So what are the biggest challenges of being a choreographer?
Oh, the biggest challenge is to create something interesting, something new. Like what is new? Like vocabulary is like how you make this very not really realistic, but what do you want to explain to people? What do you want
Yeah.
what do you want people to get when they come and watch your show? You know, so that is something that very tricky. It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many people think dance is a very abstract language that is very difficult to understand. So,
Mhm.
so from your point of view as a dancer, choreographer, do you have any advice or anything you would like to tell? Like how if someone go in to see a contemporary dance show for the first time, what
Mhm.
should they be prepared? How they can be prepared?
So they have to be open-minded. So they have to be open-minded and just enjoy the show, enjoy the performance. Sometimes if you think too much when you watch the dance, it doesn't really work. Like that's personally for me. But if you allow yourself to open your mind and then to think, okay, this, you know, to open your mind, ready to accept or get something new that you never seen before,
Mhm.
that might interest you.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think for me as well, every time when I go to a contemporary dance show, it's more about you have to feel that work. All I think a lot of time we try very hard to find the right or wrong answers because we are trained this way in the
Yeah.
education system. We always tend to do that, but you really have to drop that mindset and
Yeah.
yeah, it's a very emotional language to me. Dance is
Exactly.
something that is, yeah.
That's the
Okay.
hardest thing actually when we are trained artists, you know, because we know.
Yeah.
So and we think a lot after that. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. Just
So
to release.
basically
Yeah.
today we're going to do this little activity of picking envelopes. So there
All
are
right.
actually 10 questions in this, all these different envelopes. So you just pick a number and we will start talking from the questions that you picked. So
Right.
for your information, for those who are following this live video, Raziman doesn't know what's in all these envelopes. So this is like the first time for him to know. So just randomly picked from 1 to 10 and we can go as many as possible as the time allows. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So
first one, any
I would like
number.
to choose number 7. 7 is
7.
my lucky number.
Okay, lucky 7. Let's
Yes.
see. Okay. Right. Oh, cool. So, do you enjoy uncertainty?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
enjoy uncertainty sometimes. It depends on like how do you take it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, do you think uncertainty is necessary for an artist to enjoy?
It actually is depends on that artist itself. Like how do you want to take it and how do you want to, you know, take it on yourself? Like is it necessary or is it not necessary for you to take it? It's very subjective.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
it depends. Yeah.
So, do you feel uncertainty create a much bigger challenge?
Yeah.
In
Uncertainty creates a lot bigger challenge. So that's make you you know, you challenge yourself how you want to be a better person of you or a better person of choreographer or a better person of anything that you want to do. Because I think for me that's I always ask myself if I want to create something or if I want to be better in something, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Do you reckon yourself as a person who enjoy challenges?
yes, I am.
Yes.
So I enjoy challenges. So challenge actually make you a better person. You make you a better who you are. Actually, to be honest with you, in Malaysia, in Aswara, it's very challenging because the teachers over there always challenge you. Everything is not enough. Everything is not enough. Everything is not enough. So
Mhm.
that's actually make me who am I right now. I kind of like culture shock a little bit when I was there in
Mhm.
New York. Yeah, because everything, oh, it's so good. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's nice. Like I'm like,
Huh?
my God, is that in
Really?
Malaysia? I'm like, are you really? So it's hard. So sometimes that's the thing when I was choreographed over there in America. I mean, in NYU, I always think like, my teacher's voice in Aswara, like Marian, Joseph Gonzalez, like, why do you do this? Is it enough? It is not enough. Oh, that thing, biasa je, that kind of stuff. So that actually like help actually for me to aware like, that's why in choreography, there's in choreography, that's time is very important as well. So if you have time to choreograph, you have time to make yourself better. I mean, you have time to make the choreography better.
Yeah.
And if you don't have time, so that's gonna be like, boleh lah, that kind of stuff.
We saw there's this work of yours called Unfold. You choreographed.
Yes, I choreographed that piece.
So is that anything to do with uncertainty in this case?
In that case, no. Yes.
What is this Unfold about?
Yeah.
What are you trying to unfold?
So Unfold actually is about, it's just like the music itself, because when I heard the music actually is from Izuboso called Thunder in Storm. So the music is repetition, keep repeating. The sound, it's really intricate. It's really divine for me. Like, for me, it's a choreographer. So everything that I choreograph and also the costume is inspired by that song. So if you see the costume, it's very Unfold as well. So the costume is just like made for that piece. So that is the idea, and the movement actually just pure dance. There's like no story behind it. Yeah, it's just like pure dance. It's just like for me to happily to choreograph something challenging and beautiful to the dancer, because the dancer was beautiful. The dancer is very trained, and they're all freshmen in NYU in that time, and they really love to dance. They just love to control everything.
So for all of you following the live video, we will share the link of this video clip later after the talk. So please follow this, and then you'll see that very beautiful piece unfold. Okay, so we can move on to next question. Any number you want to pick?
Number 1.
Okay. Here we go. Number 1. So it's objective or subjective?
Subjective. Subjective.
And how and why?
So, okay, this is because I like subjective, because subjective is very free. Subjective is nothing that is very like everything is in textbook. So it's very free. You can be wherever you are, and at the same time you can change. And this is when I talk about subjective, this is also about the choreography, about the dance, like what is good, what is good and what is bad, what is right and what is wrong. There is no right and there is no wrong in choreography, in contemporary, in mainly in contemporary. It's very subjective. It's different in ballet. Ballet is very objective because everything is in the textbook. So if you open, second position, you have to be turned out and open the leg. You cannot be in turn in like that. You have to be like turned out. Like, so that's just, for me it's very objective, but for me it's subjective because there's freedom in subjective. There's freedom for me to be whatever I want. And then, there is no right, there's no wrong.
So by being subjective, are you worried of because we know like creating a piece of performing arts, it involves a lot of collaboration with people in one team. So by being subjective, how do you deal with that relationship with your collaborators in creating a work?
We have to be open-minded. We have to be together, and we have a conversation, we have a discussion, we have an argument, but at the end of the day, we have to be loose, like what we want to achieve, what do we want at the end of the day throughout the project, so we have to go and that, but the process, everything will be like, stretchy. Is very, for me, it's very subjective, and it's brainstorming in a way. And also, yeah, open-minded is, for me, I learned a lot actually when I was there, like open-minded, because I work with collaborate a lot with people, with artists, and mostly for the first 1 and 2 pieces that I create, like number 1, for example, I was very like, okay, this is what I want. I want to do this. You have to be like this and like this and like that. You know, I can't accept that, because I cannot accept if they say, oh, we cannot do that. I'm like, why? Why we cannot do that? Like you know, but that doesn't really work actually like that. So you have to be loose in the same time. Like you have to understand and listen, but yeah,
Do you
listen,
think?
because we collaborate
Yeah.
together as an artist. You know, everyone have their own opinion, and a lot, and which is good actually. So we can pick and we can cook all the opinion, and which one the good thing come out from that decision, conversation, or whatever.
So, do you think this whole process of being a dancer and choreographer actually shaped you to be a subjective person, or you have already been a subjective person in
I think I was very objective before. I think that is because of my background, what we learned. Yeah, in because my background is in dancing, I do contemporary and also traditional. In traditional dance, you have to follow the rules. There is rules that you cannot, go crazy. Everything have to be in the position, but in the same time, like how you bring that, you cannot go all over the place. I don't know. I'm not really sure, but this is interesting question. But again, if I choreograph something, I want something to have. It have to be like what I want, but I give my dancer freedom to be what they want to be, and I have to see it. And if I like it, I like it. If I don't like it, or maybe I will be like, okay, maybe you can do something like that, something more interesting in that vocabulary.
Yeah.
So I give them a lot of choices.
Yeah. So, do you think like you will largely be working with contemporary dance, or are you still doing anything with the traditional dance?
Mostly I doing contemporary dance only. Yeah.
So, how did you bridge that gap between the traditional dance and contemporary?
Bridge that gap.
Or do we actually see any of the influences from the
Yeah,
tradition?
you will see, because that's actually shaped who am I right now. And when I was there in NYU, so I have my, we call it dancing technology performance. So that is kind of my like my beta here in English. Beta is like penilaian tahun akhir. And what I'm doing is I do shadow puppet, but how I mix that with technology. So that was very interesting. So how I'm using it is like, I have a musician, like live musician, that I collaborate with them, and I also collaborate with a animator. So she animate all the shadow puppet that behind. So I dancing in one space. I dancing in one space with the Kinect, like Xbox game, like camera, that when you're moving, it's gonna follow what you do on the screen. So the Kinect will transfer to the computer, and then the computer transfer to the projector, and it will like project the animation itself. So that's the mindset, the way of thinking for me. It's really, I'm lucky actually, because nobody does that over there, and for them that is something new. And then in the same time, I also can show them my culture, yeah, but in a new way, in my own way, like how I use that in using technology. Because before this, when we see a shadow puppet, they play behind the screen. So puppet is behind the screen, and then you see the shadow. But this time is the shadow is in front of the screen. So I'm the puppet, and then the puppet show the puppet shadow behind on the screen, so it will follow me. So everything is from in front, it's not from behind.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I think that's traditional. That's the thing that it really shaped me. Who am I right now? And also one thing, because and I work with Akram Khan. So Akram Khan is a contemporary, is one of the biggest choreographer in the world right now.
Yeah.
So he is based. I mean, his background is Kathak. It's a classical dance from India.
Yeah.
So, but he now is more into contemporary. So he mixed up his knowledge of Kathak and contemporary. So because of my background in Aswara in Malaysia, that I learned so much. That I learned traditional dance, traditional Malaysian, traditional Indian, Chinese, and everything. I adapt of his movement because his movement is a lot of like familiar with me. The movement, I'm so familiar with the movement, whereas some people are not familiar with that movement, and it's kind of like awkward for them to do it. Yeah, in a way, because they didn't have that before. But for me, like it naturally go like what it's supposed to be.
Yeah. I think because also contemporary actually could be an extension of tradition. It's not necessarily in opposite.
Yeah, it's not
an extension of whatever tradition carries. And when you look at it this way, it's very much process based, and it's evolving, and then it became a new language. So it's as long as we don't put it in the opposition side, it's an extension of the tradition.
Right. So yeah, I really agree with you.
Yeah.
So that's in the same way we can, for example, like Joseph Gonzalez, the other in 2015, 2016, he did the Becoming King. Yeah, that based on traditional Mark Young, but he the work is contemporary. So how he used that tools to make it current, modern,
yes,
like in his way, in contemporary way.
Let's pick one new question from here.
Okay. Number 2.
2? Okay, let's see. I'm excited as well. Okay, this one is especially for you. The craziest thing you have ever done before. What is the craziest thing you have done before?
Craziest thing I have done.
Just one craziest.
Huh? Wait. Oh, yes, I did. So
being a dancer.
when I was in Limbang, actually, it was so crazy. Actually, it's a lot. But this one thing is so like extreme. You know the tower, the telecom tower, for wireless and everything, that on top of the mountain usually. So we have the hill, like we call Bukit Mas. There is one tower that not functioning, and I just climbed until on the top of that tower. And on that time, I was 15, and it was crazy.
Yeah. What would you think? I mean, what were you trying to do to climb up there?
Because I want to see the view. The view is amazing.
Right.
Yeah, from the top of that tower. But again, it was crazy. It's very tall. It's like 80 feet, something, 80 feet to 100 feet. It's very tall tower. But I was crazy when I was in my childhood days. I was like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you think craziness is a very important criteria of being an artist?
Yeah. I think most of artists are crazy. So from the crazy idea, you can make something interesting. Like some artists are crazy, but everyone said that I'm crazy. Yeah, most people say that I'm crazy, but it's crazy. It's fun, right?
Yeah,
Sometimes.
I agree. Yeah,
right.
Sometimes, yes, not all the time.
In a good way, not all the time. You know.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say like the craziest thing you've ever done is becoming a dancer.
No, no, that's the best thing that I've ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the right decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay, maybe a few more. Let's see what else is in this.
Okay, number 10.
Number 10. Oh, it's a picture. So when you see this, what do you feel straight away?
Music, rhythm.
Right.
But I when I see that, of course, music. It reminds me actually. Oh my god! Because I never studied music before. But in NYU you have to study music. Like music is compulsory,
Uh-huh.
and we have to read the score. Like that kind of stuff's like, huh?
But when someone who is not trained, then how do you do
It's
that?
hard. It's hard. Yeah. I was crazy on that. I'm like, why? I never signed up for this. I never signed up for this. It's not easy.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
But I just like do it. But I don't really think about it. I just do it. Masuk tinggal kanan, keluar tinggal kiri, that kind of stuff, because it's not the thing that I want to do, because it's so hard. You have to
Yeah.
learn you have to be as a music student.
Yeah.
Like ta 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 ta. Like we have to do that. So it's not easy.
So it's does music, I mean, like earlier you talk about having this piece of music and then you choreograph the work. So does it always happen this way, or is the other way around?
Always.
Usually the idea comes first and then you look for music, or music comes first. I think many people has this question for dance choreographer especially. Yeah.
For me, sometimes music comes first, but the last three two pieces that I do, the idea comes first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the idea comes. So my last choreography, call it the other creatures, that I had composer to do that. So I have specific what kind of music, what kind of like style music that I want, and then I give them an example. And like, okay, I want this kind of like sound. So yeah, so it depends. It depends on the dancer itself. It depends on the choreographer.
Mm-hmm.
Some choreographer based on music, but me before I based on music. Every time I do have to be based on music first. I listen to the music carefully first, and then the idea come later.
So which one you enjoy more, like working with a composer or like having a music first?
Working with the
without
composer,
worrying?
I prefer working with the composer because everything you can adjust. Yeah,
But the process would become much longer.
yeah, the process become much longer. That's why I tell you, if you want to be, you want to process, and you want to produce a good artwork, if you want to produce your project, it take time.
Yeah.
It takes time to produce a good project.
Yeah, time is really crucial.
Yes.
Yeah. And maybe one or two more before we go into Q&A session. So here, more. Dun, dun.
Okay, number
3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, number 8.
8. Okay, let's see. Oh, what is your hobby?
Cooking.
Really?
Yeah, I love cooking. I love baking.
How is it so? Why? What do you enjoy about cooking?
Actually, if I'm not become a dancer, I will be a cook. I will be a chef, maybe. So
Do
I
you
like.
see any relation between being a dancer choreographer and cooking?
I love watch my mom cooking when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So since I was 15, I start to cook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I started to cook when I was 15. Until now, actually, it's my hobby. I love to create my own recipe, actually. So when I was in New York, so this is in America, like the difference between America, you live over there and live in Malaysia. In Malaysia, everyone eat outside.
Yeah.
In America,
Everyone
you can eat outside like twice a day. A week, But in Malaysia, I eat outside every day when I was here anyway. So we don't really go. So when I was there, I really like, oh my God, I never ever think that I can create that kind of, I never ever discover my talent in cooking. So everything I do from the scratch is interesting. Like, I make my noodles from the scratch. I make my pasta from scratch. I make everything from scratch, like even pasta sauce, like from tomato from the scratch as well. So I really enjoy to doing that, and it's something that make me happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you ever compared the process of cooking with creating a dance piece?
Oh
Do you
yeah,
find any
exactly.
similarities?
Actually no. Actually no. I never
Yeah.
compare. I never compare. Yeah, I never compare because in cooking, every time I champa, it feels good sometimes. I mean, most of the time actually. Yeah.
So I
I,
guess you must be trying a lot of different stuff in cooking, and
yeah.
not like the people who follow a recipe or something. I feel
Yeah.
you must have like trying out things.
Yeah, just be creative in cooking, just
Yeah.
improvise things. Yeah. Sometimes it will work, so if you think too much, it doesn't work. It's happened before, but most of the time I just like see the recipe, okay, like this, like this, like this, but after that I just do my own way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's fun. It's good.
It's fun because actually I have a big interest in cooking as well.
Oh
'Cause
really?
to me, cooking is very therapeutic.
Yeah.
It's the time that you can actually,
Oh my
concentrate
god.
on something, and
Actually
then
we are the same.
you can be creative and concentrate on this one thing, and then you can see the outcome very quickly. I think it's that process is really therapeutic,
Yeah.
at least.
My favorite thing is when I'm cooking is in the morning breakfast. I always have big breakfast. I love big breakfast. Breakfast to me to have a good nice breakfast is for you to start a good day. So
Yeah.
I start myself very busy every morning and I feel good after that and I'm ready to go whatever journey it will bring me
Yeah.
throughout the day. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's very
So
interesting.
good. And now
It's
we
really
are we are
meditative. Yeah, if you
now
like
we are
meditation.
on lockdown, and you can explore more.
Yes.
Right.
Actually, I cook every day, like before berbuka puasa
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course. Okay. There were already some questions coming in even before we open up to Q&A. So let's
Okay.
see. First one. So as a dancer who just worked in an Akram Khan project, how do you feel about being in Malaysia now?
Oh, Joseph.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I don't know. It
That's
feel like
also part of my question. So how did yeah, it's just not long ago, right? It's
yeah,
just
it's just like literally a month ago.
yeah.
I don't
Maybe
know.
a little bit about the project for those who doesn't know about that Akram Khan project. So what did that project? What
So
did you do?
that project actually is about the Sheikh Mujibur. It
Mm-hmm.
was ex-prime minister. So Sheikh Mujibur birthday, 100 years birthday in Bangladesh,
Yeah.
and the daughter is prime minister. So the daughter wanted to Akram Khan choreograph for that event. It was a mega event, but it's
Yeah.
cancelled because of COVID. It was a yeah, it was a mega event. So he choreographed one piece for that project for that event.
Yeah. So the
So
piece is called Father, Vision of the
the
Floating
floating,
World.
yeah, vision of father, the floating wall.
Mm-hmm.
So that's piece. It's amazing. I feel so alive when I dancing in that piece. So we work a week. The creation time was in London, a
Mm-hmm.
week for 8 days. And after that, we break for a month or 2 months, and then we go to Bangladesh and we work over there with Bangladeshi dancer.
Yeah.
So the question, how do you feel about it? I feel
I mean,
everything.
it's a very surreal time.
I
Things are
know.
changing so quickly because of the situation of COVID-19. But yeah,
So I feel sad, but again, when I was there, like we cannot do anything anyway because of COVID-19. So the
yeah.
feeling is the same,
So
but
you actually went to Bangladesh for the show, but the show didn't happen, and you have
didn't
to miss
happen. The show canceled the show canceled 3 days before the show.
right.
Mm.
Mm.
On the show is supposed to be on the 17th of March.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the feeling actually, Mr. Joseph, it's kind of sad because I don't know how long I'm gonna be here because the experience that I have with the dream that I want to work with amazing choreographer companies in the world is there. I was there already, and then now I'm back in Malaysia without anything hang after
Yeah.
this. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I kind of actually like I don't know. It's mixed feeling. It's mixed feeling because of this COVID-19. It's mixed feeling. I think because if this COVID-19 is not happening, I will be really really sad because I really want to work with him, and that's what I want to do. You know,
Yeah.
after graduate, work with him immediately. That's just like a dream comes true. And yeah, again, wait a second. Can you hear that? Okay, so yeah, it's a mixed feeling.
Yeah. So
So
right now, when you're back in Malaysia, do you have any plan? It is hard to talk about plan right now because of the situation. But what do you like plan to do in this maybe 1 or 2 years time? Is there anything
yeah,
that you really
I
want
think
to
right
do?
now I'm writing a proposal because I want to do my own show next year.
Hmm.
So see how, yeah, I want to do show here in KL, like full length.
Hmm.
So that's my goal for next year.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah, so I have to find, any funding or whatever. But
Right.
my plan is just want to stay here for a year and then after that go audition again in Europe, of
Yeah.
course, yes.
Yeah.
Audition, because I still wanted to dance, even though I'm going to be, 30 next year, but, I still want to dance because I still feel the hunger to be a dancer in a company, like in Europe.
Yeah.
If I dance in a company for 5, 7 years, then I'm ready to go home. That's how I feel right now. So to
Yeah.
be home, like, yeah, it's just a mixed feeling, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Of course.
But my
Okay.
plan,
Yes.
yeah.
Your
So that was my plan.
Yeah, yeah. There is another question coming in. So Malaysian dance is quite underexposed internationally. Do you agree? Have
Yeah,
your experience overseas proved otherwise?
yeah. I'm agree. It was so sad, actually. Every time I was there, like I say I'm Malaysian. They say, oh, but they know Thai dance. I mean Thai classic
Yeah,
dance. They know Balinese dance, but they don't know like Malaysian tradition. I'm like, wow. I Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we have to do. Actually, I know, you know, the government have to do something about this.
yeah,
And we have enough talent in Malaysia. Our
yes,
talent is growing every time, every year. We have so much talent, but how we want to use that, how we want to use our young generation, our generation right now to be creative, to create something
yeah,
interesting, to not to expose our culture
yeah.
internationally,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because right now we don't have that.
yeah,
I think we have, but in a different way, like maybe Malaysia to Asia and that kind
yeah,
of stuff. But
yeah. It's
people,
kind of a
people
little
and
bit.
artists don't see that. That's
Yeah, I think it's a little related to what we discussed earlier about the tradition and the contemporary is an
yeah,
extension that we could actually, if we see it this way, there must be a certain amount of resources going into supporting, creating contemporary works, creating that contemporary identity of Malaysia in an international picture,
yeah.
right?
I absolutely agree
Yeah,
with you.
because
But
we actually have a lot of talents in the local, but then how there
no,
needs to be a system and structure that supports them for them to shine especially when we want to go international, because international is a lot more competitive, and it's not easy if you want to do it with a 1% effort.
no,
It has to
no.
come from
It's
the
come
whole
from the
structure and
beginning.
system that extend these opportunities.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
totally agree with you. So this,
So has that your experience overseas? You find it challenging to actually,
to
yeah,
sell, I mean,
yeah,
if you're alone, you cannot do anything. To be
yeah,
honest, yeah,
mm,
like what you can sell, no, because people, when you, I mean, um, when you create, when you do a show
yeah,
over there, people come and watch. That's the most interesting thing is because I watch a lot of show, especially in New York, like people from companies or companies from China come, companies from everywhere, all over the world they come, and every time is full. Like most of half, almost full actually, and people come and watch. I was thinking like, wow, if we do like zapping here or anything that we can bring like Malaysian traditional art, it will be like amazing because we have so much variety of culture here in Malaysia, which is like we have to sell that. But again, that's not happening. You know, the way I think the way, I don't want to say it, but yeah.
I think we have that. It's a very important asset that we have because of the multiculturalism background of the country, and because of all these different art forms that exist already. Actually, we are so rich in
I agree with you. We are so
culture.
much like actually we can bring, you know, for example, like for me, if I have a, you know, I have the money, I just want to bring, you know, Malaysian traditional night in New York or for example, like everywhere in London or whatever, like do a show that people watch, you know, that people buy tickets and watch the show because people appreciate the art over there more. And then something that they never seen before, maybe most of people are interested in that. They always say, "Oh, I never seen this before. It's amazing." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like there you go.
And we have to really look into how like the contemporary creation could actually inspire people to be creative. That is one very, very important thing that we are a little bit lacking.
Yeah, we have so much tools. If we want to say, like most of choreographers here, especially the one that, uh, actually the one that came out from Aswara, they have so much tools in their body. They have so much knowledge of dances in their body that most of the time, if you see, they use a traditional vocabulary into their contemporary world. That we have to sell it. That's why Akram Khan, you know, have name because he have cut in the body and then his background, and then he know how to sell it, and he also super clever, amazing person.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how the way actually.
Yeah. So one more question coming in. So how did the COVID-19 pandemic change your life? Tell us the biggest change you have made so far.
Oh, okay. Say again.
How did the COVID-19 pandemic change your life? Tell us the biggest change you have made so far.
Okay, this is very interesting because it's really challenging and it's really sad, but in the same time, it's the place for you to do everything. What I mean everything is like to settle yourself, to think differently, and to come out as a new person. So I think what changed is a habit for me, a habit, because our habit, because before this we live as a normal life, but now it's now because of COVID-19, everything is not working is what we want to like before. So you have to change your habit. Again, habit is something that very hard to change. Yeah, but for me, like to change a habit is have to be something that very fundamental and also have actually mean to yourself, like what do you want to do and what do you want to be and what do you want to achieve in this pandemic time. And again, in habit they have two, our mindset, we have two, our brain moving in two way. One is like conscious, one is like subconscious. So subconscious is the thing that come out naturally without thinking. So conscious is actually something that you think. For example, like when you cook a new dish with a new recipe, and then you think, okay, how many, you know, the measurement, you think about it. But after that, when you do that like so many times, you don't need to think about the measurement anymore. Everything is come naturally, but it takes time. But subconscious actually is something that come fluently. Actually, that's the thing that had to change, the subconscious. So how I want to find, because my subconscious since before is still the same that I am right now. But again, I'm trying so hard to change it. Like I want to do work. I read a lot. I never read before. I never write. Like I read a book. I read like journal and stuff. So for me, that is more useful for myself, for my brain to work in a different way, even though I still do my own ballet class and also stretching. But again, doesn't really work as much as what my brain and my body and my mind work when I do like in a different way of working. For example, like reading and writing and stuff. I do my proposal that actually make my minds work even more.
Yeah.
So
Is there any habit that is already changed
it's
after
already
the pandemic
changed
for you?
slowly, but it's hard. I'm telling you, it's not easy. I can't do it every day.
Yeah.
Even though, for example, it's a new week, it's Monday. I already tell myself, okay, I have to do this every day to make it this habit.
Yeah.
But the subconscious mind doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
It takes time.
Yeah.
Because
So
everything comes naturally, you know.
So is there one thing that you really hope, one habit that you really want to change, that you want to push for that change?
The hope that I want to change is like, I hope that I can finish all my work because everything I do timeline, like I have my own timeline, what I do, for example, like this, like, okay, I have to do the video dance, like everything.
Yeah.
I didn't follow timeline. So that is really bad. Because I think, okay, it's okay. Now we have so much time right now. So I'm just like relaxed. So that's the mindset is really bad. Like, it's hard to kill though.
Yeah, because I could share with you, because for me, ever since the lockdown, I actually spend more time every day on exercise.
Amazing.
Rather than before. Yeah, because I really want to make it a new habit. I've said this for the longest time, but I never actually put time into doing this. But because of lockdown, and you're not going anywhere, you're trapped in this little flat. And I actually started to allocate time for exercise every single day.
Amazing.
So that's one habit that actually really changed.
Wow, that's good. Congratulations. I know it's hard, but congratulations.
But also because of age, you feel that, and you need to change that.
Yeah.
When you are at my age, you will know that.
Right. Already doing that. I mean, yeah, almost.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right. So it's really great that you're joining us tonight.
Yeah,
and
thank you for inviting though. I'm really like happy and share my story and also my opinion about, anything that you ask.
Yeah, so all the best to whatever your plan and whatever comes later. And thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
For those of you who are following the live video, please stay a little bit after this, because we will share all this information that we discuss in the talk, and you will see all these videos and photos and whatever that is amazing that is from Raziman. So please do follow us, and remember to like the Facebook page. And also we are doing another 4 more sessions, so every night from today, same time, 8 p.m. Malaysia time. So please do log in again tomorrow. You see another artist. So thank you very much, and hope everyone stays safe and stay healthy, and happy Labor Day. That's all for today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.